Hi, thanks so much for joining me for this free teaching on the 3 keys to passion. I'm Dr. Cheryl Fraser. I'm a psychologist, I'm a sex therapist, and trust me, I've kissed a lot of frogs myself before I found a prince. So I know that it's not that easy to keep passion that lasts a lifetime. Now, like you probably just heard, the 3 keys to passion are intimacy, thrill, and sensuality. And the best way to remember this is to think of it like a triangle. Triangle, by the way, is apparently the strongest structure to build a house on. So don't you want to build your relationship on something that's not going to fall apart? I know I do. So the 3 keys to passion. One side of the triangle is intimacy. The second side is thrill. And the base is sensuality. Let me teach you a little bit about each of those right now and give you a couple of tips that you can apply right away this week to bring more of this into your own relationship. The first key to sustainable passion. Passion doesn't just happen by accident, people, except in the first couple of months. The first key to sustainable passion is intimacy. Now, what do I mean here? A lot of people use the word intimacy interchangeably with sex, like let's get intimate. Here I actually mean more of an emotional, deep, connected kind of intimacy. Things like really feeling like your partner knows you from the inside out. Feeling like they share your stories. They're interested in your day. So when you come home, it's intimate if your sweetheart says, hey babe, how'd your day go today? How was the meeting with blah blah? That means they're paying attention. The intimacy I'm talking about, you naturally developed when you were dating. Don't you remember? Did you sit there? And I know you didn't. Did you sit there in the beginning on your first date going, hi. Oh yeah, some more water, please. No, well, because if you did, there wasn't a second date. But on the person you actually liked, you asked questions, you listened, you found out where'd you grow up, what are you into, what do you think of dogs? That's usually one I slip in there pretty quickly early on in the dating process, because if you love me, love my dog is basically non-negotiable in Dr. Cheryl's world. Luckily, he loves my dog, so it's all good. So intimacy is asking questions, paying attention, getting to know each other. I know, you think you're really good at this. Can I kind of freak you out right now? You're not. When's the last time you asked your spouse a couple of super interesting questions? If you're not dating, if you're past, say, 3 months, I'm pretty dang sure you didn't do it today or yesterday. So here's your first little tip to apply this week. I want you, dinner tonight, breakfast tomorrow, I want you to ask your sweetie an interesting question, like, maybe a little morbid, but if you found out you only had a year to live, babe, but you're going to be super healthy and then bingo, you're gone, what would you want to do with this last year of your life? There's a good one. Or if you could build your dream house, what would it look like? Or, this kind of skips ahead to part 3, the sensuality part. Or, what's one thing you'd kind of like to try in the bedroom that you haven't brought up yet? Ask an interesting question or two this week and see what it does. This is going to help strengthen the first side of the passion triangle, which is intimacy. Now, the second side of the passion triangle is thrill, and this one's kind of tricky. This one you were really good at in the beginning, or you would not be in a relationship right now. Thrill is literally that sense of being excited and thrilled. And let's say you're dating and you walk into a room where you're going to meet your new guy or your new gal, and they're not there yet. And you're kind of scanning the room, and you know they're there. And is that him? No. Is that him? No. There's a sense of thrill, right? It's bubbly. It's like effervescence in your bloodstream. It feels so good. And then you see them, and your heart skips a beat, right? That's the thrill we're talking about. Thrill was really easy in the beginning. It was natural, and there's reasons for that. Biochemistry, hormones, certain things built in us as human beings who were, evolved from cavemen. Some aren't so evolved, but that's a teaching for another day. Evolved from cavemen, we are excited by novelty. So if you've been together a year, or 10, or 20, let's be honest, one of the biggest complaints couples have is that their passion has faded. The thrill doesn't last forever. Not true. The thrill can last forever, but this second side of the passion triangle, you need intimacy to create passion, you need thrill to create passion. This one usually needs a bit of work. So for this week, I want you, if you're willing to dare, and I applaud the few of you that are going to do this, and I invite the rest of you, they're like, yeah, maybe, please do this. Go on a blind date with your partner. I know it sounds kind of weird, right? You've been married to this person for 18 years, a blind date. Pick a place, Tell them to meet you there at X o'clock and pretend that you've not seen them before. Look at them like they're a blind date. Look at them like there's someone brand new you've never met. I don't care if this sounds cheesy. I'm the expert. I have a PhD. I'm a Fulbright fellow. I got degrees and awards out the yin yang. I do know what I'm talking about. Go on a blind date with your sweetheart, and you can even, if you're willing, play around with this a little bit and actually pretend you don't know each other when you walk up. If that's a little too far out of your "that's really weird, Cheryl, cut it out" zone, fair enough. Just actually say, "Babe, love seeing you. Tell me all about you right now." It's kind of related to the first tip, but I want to give you stuff that's actionable this week that actually goes together. Take a little bit of a review. We're talking about the fact that passion can last forever, but it takes some skill and it takes some training. If it was super easy, none of us would need this video. My sweetheart and I need this video. We have to make effort too. So the first thing you got to do is develop the first side, which is intimacy. The second is thrill. And the third, I know you've been waiting for it, is sensuality. This is where things get a little hotter, a little more fun in the whole sensual or sexual side of the passion triangle. What I mean by sensuality is everything in the whole spectrum of kind of physical, erotic, sensual, using the senses, stimulation and connection. So everything from holding hands, from kissing, and through certainly lovely lovemaking and hot, crazy monkey loving that you'd be a little bit embarrassed if anybody ever knew you really did that behind closed doors. Maybe you do it behind open doors, which makes it even a little more fun and a little more risque. Okay, let's not get too off topic. I'm getting a little flustered now. It's kind of exciting. But anyway, sensuality is spending time in cultivating an erotic habit. And okay, I'm going to cut to the chase. The basic North American sex life looks something like this. Nipple, nipple, crotch, good night. I know, right? You are guilty. Everybody's guilty. You got your routine. He does this, you do that. It all goes this way. It's nice. Hopefully there's a happy ending for everybody. You both, frankly, have an orgasm and have sexual pleasure. You connect. It's nice. But it's routine a lot of the time. No thrill. Not a lot of intimacy. Or a lot of intimacy, actually. Really sweet, really connected, really loving. But meh, so to speak. I have a 20-year-old half-sister. Meh is the big thing. Meh, that was nice. We had a nice little, it was nice, not that great. Sensuality means pay a little bit of attention, or a lot of attention if you dare, to your sensual life. When's the last time you kissed the back of each other's knees? Yeah, I know, right? When you were dating, you did. In the first couple of weeks or months, when you're all like devouring each other's body like you were some horny pirate with a treasure map or something. That was the good old days. Well, you can make these days be the good old days. Sensuality is a skill, and sensuality is a teachable skill. Don't forget, I'm a sex therapist as well as a psychologist. This is my area of expertise. This is what I've dedicated my life to, is to make it simple and actionable for us to actually create passion that lasts a lifetime. If you're willing, this week, I don't know, kiss the back of your sweetheart's knees. Throw a little curveball in the old routine sexually. And of course, that's a much longer study and something I invite you to participate in the long term. Because passion is a real thing. Most of us rest on our laurels and we let the early passion just carry us away for the first weeks or months. And then we buy into this myth that the thrill can't last forever. Well, it can't last forever if you don't water it and cultivate it. It's like a garden. Your plants are going to get pretty shabby if you just let them do their thing. Same thing with your love life. Same thing with your passionate life. If you cultivate, put some energy in, thrill, sensuality, and intimacy, this passion triangle, you too can create passion that lasts a lifetime. So I hope you've enjoyed this free teaching. Really look forward to sharing more with you in the times to come. And thanks for showing up today. Now, don't just think about it and click on to the next thing you're going to do. If nothing else, grab your phone after this and text your sweetheart. Maybe something a little intimate or a little spicy. And if you like what you saw today, please share it. Send it along to your friends, because chances are, even if they're not admitting it, they need some more passion too. It's been great talking to you. I'll see you soon.